The reissue of SH Figuarts Piccolo, Proud Namekian, is here. We're taking a look at it today. We're gonna do a comparison with that Piccolo from Superhero, because that's the only other Piccolo I got. I'm curious to see if that cape from this other Piccolo will fit on this Superhero Piccolo. And I'm gonna show you guys a little upgrade they can use with this figure, and maybe some of your Gohan figures that are coming out soon. You guys aren't gonna wanna miss it. Let's go ahead and say those two magic words. Thing fell. You guys aren't gonna wanna miss it. Let's jump right into it. Outside the box, we got a little image of Piccolo there with his arms crossed. And then we got a sneak peek of him inside with his arms crossed, because why not? Looks like we got a lot of fun stuff in there, a couple of head sculpts. I don't know, I'm excited to check that out. Let's take a look at the side of the box. We got an image of his palm. We got him looking at his shoulder, and then we got him looking at his butt. Because maybe he don't got one and he's upset about it. If you got a chance to look at yourself from behind, you might be upset, or you might be happy. Good for you, personally. Bottom box, we got a nice lime green and an image of Piccolo on the bottom. Back of the box, we got Piccolo in a bunch of different poses. We got that cape there, and we got him without the cape, and we got him without an arm. This is a reissue, which you can see right there on the bottom of the box, and by that smaller Tamashii Nation label right there. A lot of times when they release reissues, they fix old issues like they did with that Trunks figure. I don't know if there was any issues with this, but we'll check it out once we get it opened up. All you gotta do is say those two magic words.
Oh, baby.
And here we got an image of everything outside of the packaging. A lot of cool stuff in there. This is a version of Piccolo from Namek. If you're unfamiliar with Piccolo, you must be living under a rock because you've never seen Dragon Ball then. But we'll go ahead and do some backstory anyway. Piccolo is the offspring / duplicate of the Demon King Piccolo from the original Dragon Ball series. Kind of a carbon copy of him that he shot out when Goku defeated him. Doesn't reappear until 3 years later at the martial arts tournament. Gets defeated by Goku. Ending that series. Started in the Dragon Ball. He's a good guy. He trains Gohan. He sacrifices himself for Gohan. Gets brought back to life on Namek. Absorbs another Namekian, gets into battle with Frieza, and that's the version we're looking at here today. So first impression of the figure, it's very sturdy, like all the joints are very tight. It's not too heavy, but it does have a little bit of weight to it, and the joints are very tight. You get fluid, really nice. You get that toe hinge there. He does come with part of his cape on and those arms crossed. These pants really remind me of that Boo character. If you've seen that review, if not, watch it after this one. There's actually a nice touch here on the bottom of the legs where you can see his skin, because he doesn't wear socks, because maybe he watches a lot of Miami Vice. I don't know if you guys watch any Miami Vice, but apparently they didn't wear socks. That was that reference. Oh, this thing keeps falling, jeez. We also have this head sculpt where he's wearing that head wrap, which is really awesome. It's a classic look of Piccolo, and he has his cape, although he doesn't have the cape on the back here. Go ahead and bring that in. It's a heavy plastic with two parts to it. It's like a weird trifecta thingy, like, all right. Maybe once we have it on, it'll make more sense. Let's check out how we even put that on here. There's a little hole peg, if you guys can see here, plus those little brackets there, because we do have little pegs in the back here. So let's see if we can fit that in there and see what that even looks like. So there we have it with him just standing, which looks pretty cool with the cape drip down. Then we got these little thingies that are on here. They come up. They're just weird. I don't know if to add any dynamics to it. Really? I guess it's kind of cool. So if you pose it in the right way, it kind of looks like there's wind blowing and the cape is kind of moving, which is kind of a cool effect. You can't really do that. And I'll put some B-roll of different poses with this cape and the different capabilities. You're just looking at it right here. It can't spread out and come off. You can make the cape wider like that, or you can bring it in so it's all one piece. It allows for a little bit of extra posability. Honestly, not a fan of it. It's plastic, it's hard, not all that great. But I do have a secret cloth cape upgrade that I'm gonna get to in a little bit. First, we're gonna check out all the accessories that come with this figure. We get 5 heads. Jeez, did it again. We get this angry face of Piccolo looking off to the side. Love the eyes on it. Very nice animated features that are on there. Kind of remind me of some of those Tauntaun Art toys head sculpts that are very dynamic. We have this yelling head with a lot of veins in there, because Piccolo loves to yell, you know that. Then we get a little bit of a stern face here. Once again, like the colors on here, the animated eye look on there. Really cool for SH Figuarts. Like, these are good head sculpts. And we got one more to check out, which is this head sculpt right here of him yelling with the block on his head. So I'm pretty sure that's where this helmet comes off. Gotta wiggle it out. There you go. Yes, the hat comes off. We replace it on this head there. There you go. Yeah, that actually does look pretty nice. It's a good looking yelling face. Of course, then you got the original face that was on the figure of him looking a little bit more stern. And I just noticed we got these little extra pieces, which I'm assuming are for the cape, which we already took a look at, but let's go back and look at it. Maybe I can change my opinion on this cape. Okay, all right, I figured it out. These little pieces go right there on the back of the figure and will actually, oh, God, it happened again. These little white pieces go in the back of the figure, right where he has those little green holes right there. That goes there. Because if you have a stand, a Namekian stand, or some of these elevate stands, link in the description, you're able to place figure right on top of the stand. So then you can have your figure seamlessly floating without having to have any of those grips around him, which is pretty cool. You do have two versions of that little peg. You got this smaller peg, which we just took a look at, and we have this larger one. Second larger peg actually allows the cape to sit right on it. So then you can have that blowing in the wind pose. You can adjust his cape to kind of blow in the wind and open up, and there you go. You got yourself Piccolo floating, or you can take him off and he's not on there. It's a nice little touch. It's not bad. But once again, I got a little better upgrade we're gonna check out here in a second. At least I think it's a better upgrade. Let's continue looking at the rest of the accessories. Like all the hands that we get these two open palm blast hands, which I don't know if you can tell, but homeboy gets his nails did. Ain't nothing wrong with the mani pedi. We got these slightly closed palm hands as well, also with those long nails. We get this extra hand for Piccolo's special beam cannon pose, but no special beam accessory to utilize, but so he can think about it really hard. Then we get these two arms that come with the fists, green and pink, which I think matches more of the anime than it does the manga, because I think it was yellow in the manga. I don't know, I prefer the pink. We're gonna take a look at that superhero Piccolo here in a sec to see which one you like better, but first let's kind of take a look at how we get rid of all this extra accessories that are on this Piccolo here. Take the head off, we'll switch off the top of the cape, and we do get a little extra purple shirt piece to throw on the back of him, which is match it up there. And there you go, you just got Piccolo without that cape on. Switch out these arms. And there we have it, Piccolo with his actual arms, and we can do a little articulation segment as well, because he does have some good articulation. You can get about a T out of this guy. Nice little bend in the elbow. Joints are hidden very well. You got that elbow joint there, but you can't really tell that there's an elbow joint there. Head looks down this much, looks up. Nah, it's not too much, but it's a little bit. Nice side to side rock on that head. It doesn't look too bad. You can kind of move all around, but it's not too fluid. It's kind of tight. We got a side to side there up in the upper chest. Nice little swivel here on the hips. Does a nice split that's on there. That knee joint looks really good. So yeah, you're just gonna be able to like really dynamically pose this dude, get him into some cool poses, and his range of motion won't be all that limited. You got that little toe rock that's right there as well. So yeah, those arms are really pretty awesome. We also got one more accessory to take a look at, which is this half arm piece, because at some point in the battle with Raditz, Piccolo gets his arm blown off. We discover that he's able to regenerate it. Pretty cool little scene. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch Dragon Ball Z, man. It's pretty cool. What are you doing here? Jeez. All right, just slide. What I get for talking smack. All right, so this extra little arm piece does look pretty cool. You don't got blood, but you do got the semblance of it. It's like some purple ooze, which I guess could be considered Piccolo's blood. Inside the arm looks like a nice little steak. You just pop it on the side of his arm right there. There you go. You can pose your figure with that arm blasted off, using that special beam cannon with that arm blasted off. Pretty cool little accessory. Love that fun little stuff. Let's take a look at this upgraded cape that I was telling you guys about. It's actually a cloth cape that I got off of AliExpress, and if you notice, it's fully cloth. It's fully, you know, soft goods. Kind of feels like a pillow sheet, you know. So you just, dang it, fell again. I'm leaving it off this time. I feel like that thing happens every time I make a bad joke. That's what that is. That's every time I make a bad joke, that thing falls down. And so you can see how they try to incorporate the top of this fringe here to kind of emulate how his cape has that around him as well. It's not going to be completely perfect, being that it is cloth, but we do have that Gohan that just got released or is getting released. I don't know, I'm still waiting on mine to come in. That Gohan has a soft goods cape, so I'm curious to get that one to see how Namekian did their soft goods compared to this third-party accessory, which once again, I got that link down in the description, but we'll keep taking a look at it. Pop the head off, slide it down there. Let's use this Piccolo head with the hat on there.
That's gross. That's a gross way to live.
I just use this Piccolo head with the hat on there. If it's puffed up like that, that looks a little bit weird. But what it is going to allow you to do is to articulate that cape. Take a look at that there. It does have a bendy wire there. The wire runs on the edge right here. It comes all the way across the bottom and then all the way across the top right here. There's not a bendy wire in the middle, unfortunately, but it does allow you to get some cool poses with that cape blowing in the wind. It does take some maneuvering into that front little edge part right there to kind of make it look good. I mean, you can't really beat the molding of this plastic. The design of the plastic is just gonna be way better than this material as far as cartoonistics. For realism, I guess that works. Once again, can't wait to see what that Gohan one looks like. We still got this Piccolo from Superhero to do the comparison with. I'm curious to see if that cape from this other Piccolo will fit on this superhero Piccolo and what the differences are, because price point wise that Namekian Piccolo came in around $67, where this superhero originally was like about $35. So that's a big difference. Of course, you don't get as many accessories. That might be why. Let's take a look at this dude. Right off the bat, we can see that this superhero Piccolo has that yellow and green aesthetic versus this pink and green aesthetic. Also, we got different bands. We got the red band that's on here, and we got this blue band that's on this one. Chest wise, pectoral wise, it does look like this superhero Piccolo has a bigger chest, is a little beefier of a guy, so it doesn't look like it's a repeat of the mold. Also, we get these sleeves that are right here on this figure, where this one doesn't have it. I kind of prefer it without it. This is more like a jogger fit, where these are kind of like a little bit more baggy. The shoes are different. Does this cape fit on this superhero one? Very easily find out. Put that cape on there. Yes and no. Like, this little upper torso part does fit on there, but since this little peg actually goes in the back of the figure on this Piccolo, does it come off? Oh, actually it does come off. So yes, it does work. The back of it does come off, so you can put the cape on there. That's actually pretty awesome. So yeah, if you want a more manga accurate Piccolo, you can use this superhero body, because the manga images for Piccolo do have this yellow and purple aesthetic. So it's actually pretty sweet. You can switch them back and forth if you do got both of the figures. That's a great detail I was not aware of at all. And of course, you can use this upgraded soft goods cape to put on this Piccolo as well. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. So that worked out. I'm fairly surprised. Depending on which look you like for Piccolo, whether you like the yellow or you like the pink, you can decide which one you want the cape on. You want the cape on the pink one, or you want the cape on the yellow one. You can pose them both with the cape. If you get the soft goods one, if you got that new Gohan, you can pose them next to him, which I don't got yet. If you got the old Gohan, you can pose them next to me, which I do got yet already. You know what I mean? So listen, I think you can still find this reissue Piccolo at some places. If I find the link, I'm gonna leave the link down in the description. If you like Dragon Ball figures, you're gonna wanna watch this playlist right here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. See you guys next time.